up? It's your boy Money. Just wanted to get a couple things out the way. I wanted to, for whoever is interested in starting your own trucking business, from my experience, I wanted to let y'all know the things that you're gonna need. Whether you a lease operator or owner operator, these are things that you're gonna have to deal with if you're not planning on leasing with a company. What I am gonna tell you is, I don't know if you're gonna be able to get, well, I'm pretty sure you won't be able to get direct accounts, but I don't have the experience of having all the stuff that I'm gonna tell you that you're gonna need, and then approaching a company and then being rejected. So I don't know how true getting or not getting a direct account with this stuff is. But at a very basic level, you're gonna need insurance. You know what I'm saying? Well, first of all, you're gonna need a truck. You know, judging on the trucks that I've seen at some of these truck stops, you can get you a beater. Like, I done seen some shit that I don't even know how the fuck they passed inspections, but they got lows on the back of them shits. You know, you're gonna need a truck first. You're gonna need insurance. You either gonna have to go through OOIDA or you're gonna have to go through Progressive, especially if you got less than a year's worth of experience. They're the only ones that do it, but you know, you got to be careful with some of these insurance companies, because if you're trying to get a direct account with some insurance companies, I heard it'll get you rejected off top. But those are the two that I know will insure people with less than a year's worth of experience. Another thing, you're gonna have to make sure you have a maintenance fund. You know, I was talking to one of my owner-operator friends, or one of my owner-operator associates, and you know, they're making money or whatnot, but you know, they got the LLC and everything set up, but the money that's going into their business account, they think all of that money is theirs. Now, if that truck go down, God forbid, you know, you're gonna be out of there. So you always want to set up some type of maintenance account. And if you're trying to build a fleet, like, really, it's just a numbers game. You know, of course, you're gonna want to have your accountant that's in the transportation industry, but like, taxes really ain't that. It really ain't that hard. You can do all this stuff yourself. You understand? You're gonna want your business, whether it's an LLC or you're incorporated, or you can do an LLC and then file to be to do your taxes as a corporation, which takes more paperwork. Shit. As far as your LLC, you can, you know, with trucking, if you got like everybody usually tells you want to have $30,000-$40,000 in the bank, or X amount of months reserve, just in case stuff go wrong or something happens with the truck. But if you have business credit, you can always kind of wait it out, because like I say, if you get a load or whatnot, they have up to 30 days before they can pay you. You know, like that's just how invoicing works. So if you can't wait 30 days to get paid, especially with the way gas is, you know, like to fill up a tank, it'd be like $300-$400, depending on what state you in. You can have business credit, but in order to set up business credit, I touched on it in the last video a little bit, you're gonna need your LLC, you're gonna need a EIN number, you're gonna need a DUNS number. And the only way to build credit on your DUNS number is which is all free, by the way. Don't let nobody tell you that they charge for this stuff. You know, all it takes is a little bit of research. But you're gonna need all of that stuff, and then before you can actually start building some business credit and actually walk into a bank, because this is what they're talking about when it comes to business credit. They're talking about being able to walk into a bank, apply for a loan with your EIN number, and it'll be totally disassociated with your social security number. You know, that's the limited liability, and I'm not going to go into all that right now. But you know, you're gonna have to start with five merchant accounts. I suggest maybe Office Depot, Home Depot, Uh, yeah, Office Depot, Home Depot, maybe since you're in construction, maybe you can buy some ratchet straps on your merchant account. Uh, and I guess like anywhere that'll offer you a business line of credit. You know what I'm saying? Um, some may reject you because you're a fresh business. You don't have any established credit or anything like that, or a DUNS number that's high enough. So you may have to put your social security number on some of them. But what I would suggest is don't do it. Keep applying to places until somebody gives you a line of credit without your social security number. Excuse me, because you're trying to limit yourself with that liability. Um, you know, again, all that stuff is free. You're gonna need to have your name listed or your business company listed the same on all these different platforms. In terms of the virtual address, nah, man, because at the end of the day, when you go to apply for your DUNS number, you can't use your virtual address anyway. You're gonna have to use your home address or some other address that's not physically linked with your business. You understand? That's what I'm saying. Use your head. Like, don't just go listen to these people that tell you got to do this, and this. Really all that's doing is costing you money, and then you're gonna have to go back and repeat the same stuff over and over again. So just skip the virtual address. I know they say, well, you don't want a PO box, but I mean that's probably the next best thing anyway. A PO box, or hell, even use your home address, because like I say, Apple started out of, you know, Apple started out of a garage. So did Microsoft and most of the Fortune 500 companies out here anyway. So, you know, uh, you also want to have your business listed in a in the phone books, online, on 3 major searches like Google, Bing, and I don't know, MSN, whatever. Just have it listed. Make sure your business name is uniform across all platforms and all listings. Otherwise, they'll find a reason to reject you. You understand? Um, and like I say, you go from there. Then you can build your business credit, and you can either buy a truck on credit and all. Like, at the end of the day, the way the math worked, I don't have the numbers in front of me. Like, I'll try to come out with another video and just like go through the numbers that I came up with in order to start a successful trucking business, and we'll go from there. And before y'all point fingers and say, all right, well, you don't have a successful trucking business, you're working at a company right now. Now, the only reason I'm doing this right now is because I was told by other truckers that, that I respect, that you got to have a year's worth of experience. And through my own research, like, even if I wanted to lease on the Lone Star, they won't let you lease on to them unless you have a year's worth of experience, unless you're going to one of these other mega carriers that'll hire new hires. But at the end of the day, they're going to put you on the truck with a trainer anyway, so you might as well. I just figured, yeah, I go ahead and knock this year out, and then I'll be able to do whatever I want to. So keep following me if you want to see it. After a year, you're going to see me start to build a fleet of multiple trucks, and I'm going to drop every step on how to do it, as much as I can. I might buy some trucks, I might lease some trucks, but as of right now, I got about 335 days. You understand? So keep watching. Like I say, I'm gonna go into the numbers a little bit later. What I come up with is gonna take about $2.66 for me personally to move a truck. Now, that's a little bit on the high side because, like, I like to cover my ass. That includes, a maintenance account that goes all the way up into a complete engine overhaul, which is what, 25 grand plus labor costs. So I put away, about 30,000 for that, plus a replacement truck, You know, like say I buy a truck for $50,000, $60,000, I got another account just to replace the truck just in case I don't want it at all. You know, so I'm already at about 90 grand in the first year. You know, and plus insurance costs, tire, well, the maintenance is, you know, I'm gonna use money from the maintenance account for tires and all that, but you know, there's always gonna be $30,000 in that account, plus the price to uh, replace the truck and insurance, you know, if the taxes, all that stuff, you know, it'd be, I calculated about $2.66. The company I'm with now charges a minimum of $2.50, and they buy brand new trucks. Now, of course, that comes with discounts and mega carrier discounts and stuff like that. But you know, I ain't there yet. You know, I'm still going to be a smaller company, so it's going to be a little bit more expensive for me to move. But that lets me know my numbers were about on point. So, uh, you know, don't let nobody tell you you can't, you know, you should be focusing on this or you should be focusing on that. Understand something. I'm not a trucker. I'm just a business owner that I'm a business-minded man that happens to drive trucks. I've always been business-minded. My family's always been business-minded. It's just in my blood. You understand? So I'm a never fully commit to some type of lifestyle that I know ain't mine. The only lifestyle I'm gonna commit to is being an entrepreneur, a venture capitalist, and a person that like to make money. You understand? And make other people successful along the way. You know, I come from a mind state of abundance, so I'm not gonna give you a piece of information here and a piece of information there so you can keep watching me like, for real, for real. Like I say, I don't really care if you watch or not. At the end of the day, you know, people know the truth when they hear it. And, you know, I appreciate you for listening, and I appreciate you for watching. And, you know, you can go anywhere else, but you're right here. So, for that, you know, I'm always make sure I try to keep it all the way 100 with you, you know, on this channel, especially when it comes to trucking and life like that. And you know, that's just a little preview. The next video I make, hopefully I'm in my own truck, has been the end of the training period is up, so I'm waiting to be routed back to the terminal so I can get my own for right now. Then I'm gonna really be dropping these videos. The next one's gonna be about the next one's gonna be about fitness. Cause like I say, you know, I done got a little comfortable. I ain't stressed out as much. So you know, the weight's starting to pile on a little bit. I've been eating, your boy been eating a little thing. You know, still got the pack. You know, it's just a little fluff on top of it. You know, I don't really like it like that, especially if I ain't, you know, doing no exercise. But that's what I've been doing. You know, I've been trying to find something to do, and eating is one of them. You know, and I just do that to try and get away from my trainer. Like, this truck is entirely too small. You know, I'm a person that needs space. I'm an alpha male. Like, I like to reach out and be able to control all my own stuff. You understand? So, being cooped up in a little bitty, less than studio apartment with another grown man that I have not too much in common with just kind of bothers and irks me. You know, and I don't do small talk. You understand? I do self-improvement and business talk. That's what keeps my attention. I don't care about who did what, who said what, you know, even if it got something to do with me. If it ain't got nothing to do with no money, I don't care. You understand? And you know, I'm gonna keep being me on this channel too. Like, I ain't gonna try to, I'm somewhat clean cut just as the person I am, so I'm not finna go out of my way to try and talk a certain way or whatever, because I've had jobs in the past where, you know, I was the go-to guy, basically. Like, I would give you know, little talks about the job, and I got to the point to where I got requested by name. You understand? And all right, my bad. Ran out of memory, so I had to do some cleaning up. But yeah, like I was saying, anyway, they used to ask for me by name when I was doing my job, and then when evaluations come around, you know, um, they took me in the office and told me I did everything great. Nothing was wrong. I'm a good, smart individual, but you know, I enunciated the word ask as ax, and I say okay instead of okay. Now, first of all, you know, I would have thought the way I was saying okay was obvious, that I'm clearly butchering the word, just trying to make light of it. But ask, you know what I'm saying? You want me to say ask? First of all, you know, I don't complain about the way you say right. You know what I'm saying? Like I could say right, not right. You understand me? So it just don't feel good when you do everything right, and you know you try to filter your words and find the right things to say, and then people always gonna have something to say about it. I know YouTube gonna try to kill your channel for cussing too much and this and that. Like I say, I'm for the most part, I'm a clean individual anyway, so I ain't gonna have to do too much cleaning up. But at the same time, if some words of what I feel like needs to be said, I'm gonna say it. I don't really too much care about the monetizing and all that right now. I'm doing stuff my way, and I'm gonna stay true to me. My name's Lemniscape Money, but that don't mean that that's the first thing in my life. I'm trying to drop these gems for y'all, and you know, uh, help more truckers be successful. And help more people be successful business operators. And that's my goal. Like I say, the next video that I'm gonna work on is probably gonna be like fitness once I get my own truck. Um, you know, uh, I'm gonna try to come up with some type of calisthenics or something like that. Like I say, the trucks ain't too big, and I ain't too big. I'm probably about 170, 180, and I ain't got to do too much moving in the whole cabin rocking. And I know some truckers may be self-conscious, male or female. You don't want to be in here doing squats, shaking the whole truck, and having people thinking you got a lot lizard up in here. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna try and come up with some workouts that that help with metabolic overload at the joints and stuff like that, and you know help you lose weight without causing too much of a scene, or get fit without causing too much of a scene. Um, and I'm gonna go a little bit more into that, and I know some of these truck stops have anytime fitnesses on them, so we'll cover all that on a later video. So again, thanks for watching. It's Money Baby. Holla at y'all.